This is the emergency broadcast system. The CDC is advising that you stay in your home.
We show up.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Carbon, and today we are going to be talking about some gaming news. And the first one I want to talk about is loot boxes. But before I get started, I do want to remind everybody to hit that subscribe button as we are getting closer to 20,000 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you. But today, why are we talking about loot boxes? Well, it's a big topic, especially for me, because I consider loot boxes gambling. When they first came out, they were interesting to people because it was a new way to earn things by not just buying them. But over time, the suits started to realize how much money they could make, and today, EA's executive appeared before a panel in the UK Parliament to talk about the issue of loot box gambling. And it's kind of funny the way they talk about all of it. So the Vice President of Legal, Kerry Hopkins, he insisted during the session that loot boxes should instead be called surprise mechanics. Now think about this name for a second. Now, they can be compared to surprise toys. So think of like Jack in the Box or Hatchimals or the Kinder Eggs or LOL Surprise. The statement continues to prove how out of touch many of the industry's executives are with the customers, us. He stated during the session at Parliament that he believes the implementation of loot boxes in their titles are quite ethical and enjoyable. Both experiences are quite ethical and enjoyable. Like what? Despite numerous complaints, okay? Despite numerous complaints, I would say majority are complaints, but they still say that they are quite enjoyable to people. They say that they agree with the UK Gambling Commission and the Australian Gambling Commission and many other gambling commissions, but they don't think that it's considered gambling. Instead, they think it's like many other products that people enjoy in a healthy way, like the element of surprise. I'm still wrapping my head around that one, okay? The loot box controversy has also made its way to the US government. It has been in the courts for a little while what they should do, with the senators being involved, introducing a bill to ban pay-to-win mechanics and loot boxes in games targeted at minors in the country. Now, if you consider the game Call of Duty or FIFA, you would know that those are mainly adults playing, but they're still kids can play. There's nothing causing them to not play and basically gamble. It's basically like having a casino saying that only ages 18 are allowed, but no one's at the door to stop the kids coming in. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And the FCC also opened an investigation into loot boxes and details on open session in the US Congress, and those are set for August, and I can't wait to see the final decision on the loot boxes. Countries like Belgium have already issued a mandate banning loot boxes in many games in the country, such as FIFA and Overwatch. And more countries are joining the investigation to stop the disaster. Like, loot boxes it's a money grab. It's the biggest money grab. But it's not really until Black Ops 4 that I really started to get fed up with loot boxes. I really did. Because you're not getting anything and it's so much time. So then you start to play other games and you see their loot boxes, but you're already annoyed. Like, you've already figured out that it's a scam. You start reading things that it's a scam. You watch the streamers and they have everything you ever want, so you think you need everything you ever want too. Guys, it's not a pay to win game. Most of these games aren't, but if the loot boxes come out and it's not just kids that can't gamble and it's adults too, I wonder how the community will take it. Because some people, I think, actually do like loot boxes, but I think people who are smart, really think about the money being involved in it, and people that can afford the loot boxes, think of the people who can't. Think of the people who maybe have 20 bucks, and they really want a certain item in the game. So they're like, man, I'll spend $10 on these, and they really hope for a chance to get just one thing cool, and they don't. They get nothing but duplicates. Now they're out 10 bucks. And it all went to Call of Duty or Treyarch or Activision, whoever has it, and you get nothing. I don't think gambling is a good thing within video games, but that's my personal opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. There's one more thing I want to talk about on the news video, okay? And that's Infinity Ward and Modern Warfare 4. Now, there's been a lot of talk about what's going on with Infinite Warfare, but it has been confirmed that all the information about Modern Warfare has not been fully released yet. So that simple question is if BR, Battle Royale, is going to be in the next Modern Warfare. There's no confirmation, there's no answer yet. The fact that they simply have stated and confirmed that there's a lot of things about Modern Warfare we don't know about yet. And Infinity Ward's studio narrative director Taylor Kurosaki has confirmed on Twitter that crossplay feature in Call of Duty Modern Warfare is fully working as intended in the studio between all platforms, despite some constant rumors you might have been hearing. So that one can be laid to rest. Because Kurosaki, who's always seems to be confirming everything, okay, confirmed in a series of tweets that crossplay is working between PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and of course, PC. And crossplay was confirmed by Activision during the reveal day press release. And in a second tweet, he confirmed it's working between just PS4 and Xbox One. And to reassure fans, he confirmed crossplay between consoles and PC is also working in the game, all through a series of tweets. And this kind of has me wondering, the photorealistic stuff that they have been talking about, is that going to work smoothly between all three of these systems? And of course, will everyone have the right amount of internet to really put those kind of graphics between the crossplay of all the different systems? Now, we know that the multiplayer photorealism graphics aren't exactly confirmed either, but what is confirmed so far about photorealism and what they've been attempting is that Infinity Ward, they put a huge amount of focus on making the character selection screen more realistic. But what does this mean? What does more realistic mean? Gaming has always been trying to say everything tries to be as realistic as possible. So how is this one going to be any different from any other game just trying to artificially create photorealistic things? So this is going to be allowing players to get an in-depth look at their character design before heading into a match with players. And the team in Infinity Ward went to an actual prop house and put out all the props for the selection environment to ensure it's real and feels realistic when you see an in-action in-game. So, as part of the new blog post, there was a discussion about the multiplayer character selection screen. That is why I'm talking about it now. And operators can be selected as to play, and as a reminder, operators only feature cosmetic differences. There's no special abilities, and there's no specialist in this game. I can't iterate that enough, and I'm excited for that. Get rid of all that shit. As far as multiplayer right now, I wish every mode had a bare bones mosh pit version, basically. I don't like the specialist. I don't like the specialist weapons. And with this photorealistic character selection, the entire screen will let you zoom in and out and see the intricate details on what you have on the characters and the different effects that added the different assets on the characters' designs. And as we watched playable Operative Zane on screen, I think everyone can pretty much agree that we all marveled at the utterly believable torso-length cape flapping and draping over the character's body armor. And it's beautiful. I just hope it works as smooth and as we want it to right now. My fear is that they could also be rushing this way too much, especially if they're talking about things in the game that they're trying, but it's being released this year. You would think for 3 years in development, most of this stuff would be done already. And more people in the staff, they bring up another character who's an operative named Kruger, and he's wearing a helmet with camouflage, which is known as frogman netting, and shrouding the entire face and shoulders. And this is a quote from the staff. They said, "We've been chasing this type of character design for I don't know how long. I've tried and failed miserably until now. when we've got it right. There's so much happening to make this look right. The cloth and the netting and his hat, it has a certain look and feel to render a certain way, and you have to see through it. Like, okay, so there's going to be bug netting, and they're going to have it in such a way you're going to be able to see through the bug netting as if it's photorealism. But like I said, full details on multiplayer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare has not been announced yet. Activision has not shared details on when to expect the multiplayer reveal, which in my opinion, multiplayer just means online play and what's in store for that, and that could mean a battle royale. I don't know if they can see the success of battle royale, but I'm sure that they might be making their own version. But at this point, who knows? Guys, let me know what your ideas are. Leave them in the comments. Leave a like. Leave a subscribe. Let me know what I did wrong. It's your boy Carbon. Ha, peace.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer